What's good, everybody? It's the one and only Pushing Night Gaming. Come back to you again with some more Dead by Daylight. And this is one of the few tutorial videos. Salute to my new subscribers. Appreciate you hitting the subscribe button. And hope you guys stick around. For my return subscribers, gotta flex on real quick. You already know what it is. Playing with Freddy. Got two dailies to do with him. One, I gotta get a Mori. The other one, I gotta chase a survivor for 150 seconds while they're in the dream state, which basically means they're asleep. And his passive ability is to put survivors to sleep. And his main ability is to, well, he has actually two alternative abilities. One, he can put dream pallets, basically fake pallets, whether they've been destroyed or there was no pallet there, but they can be placed there. And dream puddles. Dream puddles basically pools of blood. Once they run across the while they're asleep, run across the pool of blood, and then it slows them down because their hands that come out from hell and drag, like, hold them in place. And also his ultimate, if you want to call it that, he can travel through generators one at a time, and you'll see that there's that little white line there. That's basically the charging of my main ability, like my ultimate or whatever. And how you play killer is to hunt survivors until you get the 3 hooks on each. And how he got outplayed was simple. He thought this area right here was safe, which it wasn't, because I am a faster killer than they are survivors. Because survivors, I believe their base running speed is 110 milliseconds, which is basically, put it into basic terms, they walk medium, but when they're running, it's about a little more than that. I would say about 112 or so. But they also have perks that allow them to speed up, like life. When you vault a window or a pallet, it'll give you a temporary speed boost. Like another one would be sprint burst, which is more situational. Get your ass snatched, bitch. Never do that as a survivor. You always got to be paying attention to where a killer could possibly be. And if I'm destroying a door right behind you, you should be paying attention to that and looking, because it makes a loud noise. But anyways, sprint burst, then there's hope. When all the power generators are activated and the door is open, you get an instant speed burst for about 30 seconds, I believe. And there's also there's another one. When I remember, I'll put it into the next video. Bam, bitch. But basically, you see those little red scratch marks on the ground? That's basically a way to track them. Only the killer can see the scratch marks, unless you're using, well, it was a Nancy perk. I forget the name of it, but I'll have to look into it and see and put it to the next video. Basically, a Nancy perk where you can see your own scratch marks, basically see where a killer can track you. You can also track the survivors if they're injured through their blood, which will be dripping on the floor as you see right now. And you see that gate, that gate back there with the hatch, the lever, that's the exit gate. They have to power all 5 generators and power the door. You gotta go to the door, hold it down for about, say, 15 seconds, and then you'll see the 3 red lights blinking, and then you'll be able to get out once it opens. He got himself fucked because he tried to be a superhero, but that was to his mistake because I'm right next to a hook. Never do that again, survivors. Never do it. Goodbye. Sacrifice yourself for nothing. What a dummy. But anyways, you can also go through doors like these. These are called breakable doors. And I love those because those can really add a bit more tension. Because if you're chasing a survivor and they see that the door isn't broken, then you can basically you can pretty much set them up for failure. But also, it can hurt you too, because if you didn't know where they went and that door is right there and they're on the other side of the door, it's gonna take you about 3 seconds to destroy the damn door. I'll say about 5 roughly. But as I'm using these perks right here, I'll give you an insight on what they are. And basically what the yellow one is that's highlighted is basically my ability to block the exit gates once all the gates are powered. I don't remember what the name is, but I'll add it in post. The one on the right is called Whispers, and basically gives me a directional idea of where survivors may be. And I just basically have to follow it. And like it'll turn off or go dark when I'm not near a survivor or their positioning. The one on the bottom is called Pop Goes the Weasel, and it basically allows me to go up to a generator and destroy it and regress the generator depending on the level it's at. It goes by 3 tiers: 1, 2, and 3. 3 is the highest tier that a perk can have, and it'll be purple. It'll be, I believe, it goes from yellow, green, purple, and everything's color coded in this game. Brown being the weakest, whether it's a add-on, whether it's a perk, whether it's whatever, really. They're all color coded. And also with Freddy, he's one of the more faster mobile killers. He has a pretty strong melee, but every killer that hits a person, they have to wipe off their weapon after hitting him. And that can be very annoying. I'm just gonna be real. But you gotta time it right though. Because if you swipe and you miss, then you're going to be delayed. And then that gives survivors a bit more wiggle room to get away from you or loop you. Because on this game, survivors have a lot of power. They may not be able to attack you without the pallets, but they can outplay you by doing 360s, standing right up close to you, so you either can't see them or it hinders your movements. They can block you if you got a survivor in your hand and basically bully you to dropping the survivor, because you only hold on to a survivor for about, I would say, 10 seconds roughly. And watch how I'll play her. She tried to go to the window because she thought it was the safest point, but she slow vaulted. A slow vault was basically walking up to a window and trying to go through it. Watch how she goes through the window now. That's a fast vault, but it makes noise. A slow vault doesn't make noise, but it can also be a detriment to you if you the killer is nearby. And Bill, for some reason, thought he can body block me while being injured. Another dumb move. Fingman, you're not going anywhere. You might as well stop struggling. Alright, now this right here was the huge snowball effect, because she just built the generator and she didn't know I was already down here, and she tried to come and get the Fingman, and then she was like, oh shit, he's down here already. So I dropped the bill, went to go chase after her, and eventually catch up to her because she fucked up. Well, she fucked up just by going down there in general, but she was going to fuck up either way, because the pallet she thought was going to be safe wasn't safe because it was a fake pallet in the first place. So either way, she was going to get bodied, Goodbye. Now there's Bill. And this is a tricky situation because Bill happens to get out of my arms, and also the hatch is nearby. The hatch is basically one of the two abilities to escape for the survivors. The hatch is like your getaway card, the ultimate getaway card, because you can just go there whether you're on the ground, crawling, or in a dying state as they call it, when you're on the ground bleeding, or you can just run to it and just jump in it. Now, the perk that just queued is called NOED, aka No One Escapes Death, which is basically a survivor's worst nightmare because it causes a one-shot ability, and also it speeds the character up to 125. Bang! Oh, nice one, Bill. Nice one. He was doing the zigzags, basically causing me to overestimate and also causing me to miscalculate my hit, but get fucked. Billy got fingered. Pause. But Sweaty Freddy's back, baby. GG's merciless killer. Anyways, that's how you play Freddy. And got both the dailies in one go. Hope you guys enjoy this. I'm out this bitch.